Hello my loves and welcome back to my channel. Today's video we're going to be talking about your chakras and how you can know whether they are open and balanced and working for you or whether they are blocked. So first off, let's explain what a chakra is. Your chakras are actually a map to how energy gets stored in your body, how energy moves through your body, and they're also a map to how your brain and your thoughts and your emotions are connected physically through your body. And they're also a map to how the energy that you feel within manifests in your external reality. So your chakras can reveal a lot about you. They can reveal a lot about how your current emotions or thoughts are manifesting into your physical body and possibly causing a lot of, healthy body expressions or even ailments or diseases or illness or pain or aches or things like that. So they can be a map that reveal how our certain ways of thinking, our mindset, or even our behaviors and our energy and our way of moving energy through our body is getting stored or either working for us or working against us. And through that map, we also get to see how our energy manifests and is creating our external reality. So if there's certain things that you'd like to change about your external reality and change the way that they're manifesting for you, such as your finances or your love life, or even the way that you're speaking or manifesting other things in your reality, if you would like to also reveal more about that, the chakras are also a map to that. So they map out so much more than just being these simple little spinning energy centers in our body. They literally reveal so much. So let's go ahead and dive into revealing how you can discover which of your chakras are aligned, which of them are balanced or imbalanced, and what that means for you, how that manifests externally, and how you can also begin to shift that and balance them. So let's go ahead and dive right into that. So first up, I'm going to walk you through an exercise to discover where in your body you might have old stored emotion, which, by the way, this is actually something that is proven scientifically, that our brain and our body are intrinsically linked, and this is something known as psychosomatics. So in psychosomatics, it shows how your brain and your mind and the way that your mind is operating and working, the way that you're, processing emotion, the way that you are going through different emotional circumstances in your life actually do have an effect on your body. And sometimes when we are going through something traumatic or sad or difficult, it can actually get stored in our body if we don't process it properly. And this all happens unconsciously, so we don't even realize that we're doing it. And this is a really fun exercise that I'm going to walk you through to kind of begin to reveal where you might have stored emotion in your body. And then we're going to look at what chakra that's associated with. And then I'll walk you through discovering how that is manifesting your life externally and how you can also bring balance to that area of your life to release that old stored emotion, to manifest a better reality, and also possibly bring healing to your body and healing to anything within your mind as well. So first off, what you're going to do is either sit or lie down and get comfortable. And I'm going to tell you to relax your body. Okay, so first off, get comfortable, find a good space. And then I just want you to relax your body however feels comfortable for you. And now I'm going to begin to cue you to relax certain parts of your body. And if you know that they relax more, it means you are unconsciously holding extra emotion or stored energy in that part of the body. So if you do notice that a certain part of your body, as I cue it, does relax more beyond what I currently told you to relax into, your body should be relaxed. And if it's not relaxed and you do tend to relax more after I cue you, then that again means that there is extra stored energy in that part of your body. So close your eyes, and I want you to relax your feet and to notice whether your feet relax more or if they were already relaxed. And then next, I want you to relax your legs and feel if they tend to relax more. And then relax your hips and feel if you were holding any energy there. And then relax your lower abdomen and feel if you were holding energy there. Then begin to relax your low back. Then begin to relax your upper abdomen and your mid back. Begin to relax your chest. Relax your shoulders and your upper back. Relax your arms. Relax your hands. Relax your neck. Relax your jaw. Relax your cheeks, your ears. Relax your eyebrows, your forehead. Relax your eyes. And relax the top of your head. And now open your eyes. And I want you to remember which parts of your body did need extra relaxing once you brought your conscious attention to it. Because those are the parts of your body that you were holding stored emotion in. And the longer that we hold tension in those parts of our body, it will eventually manifest in different ways in our body or cause extra tension or stress in those parts of our body. So if you were unconsciously holding extra tension there, it means that there's some form of stored emotion in that part of your body. And knowing which chakra correlates with that part of your body will reveal what type of emotion it is, what type of experience it stemmed from, and what you still may need to heal in your life. So anything in the lower part of the body, from the waist down, is connected to the root chakra. So the root chakra is our survival chakra. It deals with meeting our basic needs, and it also deals with making money and feeling safe and secure. So it's our survival chakra. So if you do notice that you had any tension there, it means that you're storing emotion based on fear of being able to meet your basic needs, a fear of being safe and secure, or perhaps even making money or attaining different things in your life, like a stable job or a stable income or a stable living situation. So if you did notice extra tension there, it does mean that there is some extra stored emotion in those areas, which I'll eventually, at a different part of this video, reveal to you how you can begin working through that and releasing more of that. So next chakra is your sacral chakra. So if you notice any tension or release in your low back or your lower abdomen, then this reveals that you are storing tension from your sacral chakra or within your sacral chakra. And your sacral chakra is connected to relationships, sensuality, sexuality, and creativity. So if you did notice that there was a release of energy here, it does mean that you're storing emotion based on any issues or trauma or feelings of inadequacy when it comes to relationships, or even like codependency, or feelings of not being able to completely dive into your sensuality or into your pleasure. A lot of the times, tension in this area can reveal that we have issues with allowing ourselves to experience pleasure, and we would rather be people pleasers or try to divert our own needs because we put and place other people's needs above our own. So that is what this chakra reveals. So if you did have any extra tension there, then it would deal with those emotions that are being stored and not being released or not being balanced. And then your next chakra is your solar plexus chakra. So if you had extra tension in your mid back or in your upper abdomen or around your navel, if there was any extra tension that released here, this chakra deals with storing emotion around personal power and personal confidence, being able to have confidence in yourself and self-worthiness to go after what you truly desire, to go after what you truly want, and being able to be your authentic self and being able to be seen and be in the spotlight. So if you have any sort of, emotional wounds when it comes to going after what you really want, or being confident in achieving your desires, being confident in yourself, or even being able to be assertive and assert your voice and assert your wants and needs and your desires and your thoughts and your opinions, then this chakra is where it would get stored. So if you did have any extra tension there, then that is the chakra that would deal with that. So it would indicate that you would need to step up more into your power and more into your voice. The next chakra is your heart chakra. So if you noticed any tension release in the upper chest, or even within your shoulders, or your arms, or your hands, or your higher back, then that is all dealing with the heart chakra. And the heart chakra is our ability to express love and to receive love. So if you did notice any extra tension release here, there might be an imbalance when it comes to either expressing your love or receiving love and feeling worthy of love. So this chakra deals with sometimes feeling like we need to not be ourselves or to be someone else or change ourselves in order for somebody to like us, or even, again, feeling inadequate with receiving love or even giving love. If you noticed extra tension release within your neck, your throat, your jaw, your mouth, or even your ears, all of these are dealing with the throat chakra. So if you had extra tension release here, it means that there might be stored emotions when it comes to expressing yourself, expressing your authentic truth, expressing your voice. It could even deal with overexpression. So sometimes when we feel like we need to overtalk, overgive, overshare in order for somebody to either like us or accept us. Or sometimes when we feel like we can't speak our truth or speak our honesty or ask the questions that we desire, or even just be seen for our voice or being seen authentically, then we store tension in the jaw, in the neck, or if there's things that we really want to say but we don't feel like we can say them, or we're scared of hurting somebody else's feelings, or we're even scared of confrontation or things like that. Again, the throat chakra is where we would store those emotions. If you felt any tension release in your upper head, so including your eyebrows, your eyes, or your forehead, these areas are connected to the third eye. And this chakra would reveal that there is stored energy or blocked energy when it comes to your inner vision, trusting your intuition, trusting yourself or your inner callings or your inner voice, or even allowing yourself to have inner sight and being able to perceive and foresee. Sometimes it's also when we are clouded with so much fear or so much judgment that we can't see our own intuition, and it's blocked by fear or judgment, or it's blocked by being too logical even, or thinking that everything has to be cut in stone and that we don't have an intuition. All of these things are emotions or behaviors or energies or mindsets that can block our third eye. And then lastly, our crown chakra. So if you did feel like you had a release at the top of your head around your hairline or anything like this, or around up here, this is connected to the crown chakra, which most of us unconsciously hold tension here. And this is actually connected to our ability to feel one with everything and our ability to feel not alone in the world. This is our connection to like God or the universe, or even like the higher energies or our higher self, and to feel guided. So sometimes when we feel really lost or really alone, or we feel a disconnect, or we feel like we don't trust the universe, we don't trust God, we don't trust ourselves, we don't trust our path, we don't trust our callings, we just feel, again, lost or confused or anything like this, that tension gets stored in the upper scalp or the upper head. And that is, again, something that tends to block our crown chakra. And so the way to unblock these chakras and to gain energetic flow through our entire body and to release all of that energy, there's a few different things that we can do. By the way, if you did notice that you had tension in all the chakras, that is completely normal, and most people actually do hold tension in probably more chakras than one, and a lot of us hold tension in all of our chakras rather than just one or two. If you did notice that you had basically no tension, well then that's amazing. A lot of your chakras are flowing and you have good energy flow in your body, and you don't have a lot of stored blockages in your body, which is great. So either way, whatever side of the spectrum that you're on is totally fine. But then the way that you can begin to release this energy is, for one, to begin to consciously relax your body and allow more relaxation throughout your day. So this is not something that really happens when we're walking around and moving about, because naturally when we're using our muscles, we have tension, but that's more of like a intentional tension that we have, because it's like, again, we're walking or moving. But when you notice that you're relaxed and you're still holding tension, if you can just bring conscious awareness to releasing that part of the body, that immediately allows energy flow in that area of your body, and it allows things to begin flowing out and moving. So simply just becoming aware of that tension and doing a nice release. I personally like to do this during bedtime when I'm falling asleep, and I'll just begin to relax my body and release the tension in all the areas. And that way, while I'm sleeping, I will have good energy flow through my body, and it can start processing those old emotions and releasing them and letting them go. So that's one way that you can begin to do that. Another way you can begin to do that is to begin shifting the behaviors that cause that tension in the first place. So for example, in the lower chakra, in the root chakra, if there was any issues with fear of survival, fear of making enough money, fear of meeting your basic needs, or things like this, taking action in the physical reality to begin healing that, to begin creating more security in your life, creating more of a feeling of safety, is also naturally going to heal the root chakra. And then with the sacral chakra, which deals with our relationships and sensuality and passion and creativity, The more that you explore your own creativity, your own passions, your own sensuality, and creating healthy relationship connections where we're being ourselves and we also put our desires equal to somebody else's rather than below somebody else's, this is also going to bring healing to this part of the body. Next, your solar plexus, which is all about becoming the warrior and feeling confident, being assertive, going after your dreams and desires. It's your inner power point. The more that you follow your inner power and evoke your inner power and claim your own inner confidence, not in a narcissistic way, but in a balanced way of like, I am worthy to go after my dreams and desires. I'm worthy to speak my mind and be assertive and be myself, and I'm worthy for being here. That is also how you can begin bringing balance to the solar plexus chakra. And then next, the heart chakra. When you can practice giving and receiving love, giving and receiving, and not feeling like when you receive love, you need to give it back right away, but also just allowing yourself to simply receive, and then also allowing yourself to simply also give without feeling like you have to alter yourself or change yourself in order for somebody to like you, when you can be authentic and be yourself and be loved for yourself and give love to yourself. That is how you're going to bring balance to the heart chakra area. And then with the throat chakra, this is about practicing speaking your voice, speaking your authentic truth, allowing your authentic self to be seen, allowing yourself to express yourself creatively, and also it is about listening because it's also connected to the ears. So the more often we can listen to others and genuinely hear what they're saying, genuinely try to hear their perspectives, and the more often that whenever there's a conflict, when we resolve it by active listening and also active vocalization of our authenticity, that is when we also begin to balance the throat chakra rather than swallowing our words, rather than feeling like you need to hold back or anything like this, or even overexpressing or oversharing. When we can find balance, that's when we balance the throat chakra. And then the third eye chakra, the more that we can begin to decipher what is intuition versus what is fear, which sometimes can be a really confusing thing. And I have a video all about this that I'll link down below. If any of you want some guidance on how to begin to decipher intuition versus fear, that video will be linked down below. But the more often we can dive into our intuition and realize that you have this beautiful sixth sense known as your intuition, and you can begin to utilize it and grow it and trust it, and also trust your inner sight and your inner vision. Whenever you get an idea, the more you can begin to trust your own ideas and your own intuitions and your own callings, that's when you're going to unblock and unlock your third eye and release tension and old stored emotion there. And then with the crown chakra, the more that you can feel connected to the world and realize that we are all connected in this beautiful human experience, the more that you can realize that you're connected to God and the universe and your higher self, and you are never alone, and you're always being guided, and you're always connected to the all, that is also when you're going to align and help heal that chakra. So those are the different methods that you can use in order to balance and heal your chakras. And as you do that, you're also actually going to heal those parts of the body. So if you do tend to hold a lot of pain or tension, like in your shoulders, your neck, or whatever other part of your body that is associated with a particular chakra, the more that you begin to heal that chakra through releasing that tension and then also beginning to act in a balanced way that creates balance within that energy center in your body, you're also going to notice bodily healing in that area. So again, pain is going to start going away, or other illnesses will start to clear up and heal because you're allowing the energy flow. So the reason why a lot of illnesses even take place in the body in the first place is because we're discontinuing the energy flow through the tension that we're bringing to that area of the body. So for example, a lot of people who are not comfortable expressing themselves or feel like they have to swallow their words and things like that will end up with things like lockjaw or TMJ because they're unconsciously holding tension in their jaw, and it happens for such a prolonged period of time that it ends up becoming something that is like a medical issue or a medical illness such as TMJ. And the more that you can begin to release it, and then again also act in ways that help move that energy, such as speaking your authentic voice, using your voice properly, bringing balance to who you are, and being authentic, again, is going to allow that energy to continue flowing, to continue releasing. And then you're going to notice that naturally that area of your body becomes more relaxed, the energy starts flowing there, the prana starts flowing there, and it begins to heal. So those are the different ways you can heal parts of your body and begin to add energy flow. If there is a part of your body that naturally holds tension a lot, or if you have a certain illness, it's really interesting to look at what chakra that's correlated with and also begin to heal it through energetically balancing it through those actions that we talked about, and becoming the energetic archetype that allows that chakra to flow. So again, for example, like the throat chakra, expressing yourself, or the heart chakra, allowing yourself to give and receive love equally and easily and freely, and allowing yourself to love yourself and to also be loved for who you truly are without feeling like you need to change yourself in order to be liked. So all the different actions that you can take to begin balancing your chakras will heal the body, and it'll also begin healing your mind, because again, there's something known as psychosomatics, which shows, it's the study that shows how your mind is intrinsically linked to the body, and the way that you use your mind, the behaviors that you have, the way that you choose to act, the things that you choose to do have a direct effect on your body and how energy gets stored in the body and how energy moves through your body. So again, these are the practices that you can use to begin healing the body, releasing those energies, and balancing your chakras. And it's also going to shift the way things manifest in your reality. So if you're always manifesting negative relationships or relationships that don't work for you, this is time to look at your sacral chakra and also your heart chakra, because your sacral chakra is directly correlated to relationships. And then again, your heart chakra is correlated to love. So looking at those two is going to help you in your love life. Or for example, when it comes to money, if you look at your root chakra and then also your solar plexus chakra, this is going to really help you see how money is manifesting in your life, because the root chakra is survival. It's about making money, meeting your basic needs, feeling safe and secure. And then the solar plexus chakra is all about the way that you take action, feeling confident in your dreams, feeling confident to go for what you want, being that warrior who gets it done and takes action in their life. So when you look at those two, you begin to see how your reality is manifesting financially. Are we taking the action that we need to? Are we feeling confident and bold enough, and do we believe in ourselves and have enough confidence to go for what we want? If not, we need to work on building up that confidence. We need to work on taking the right action and finding ways that we can build that security net for us. So when you look at your chakras, you can begin to see how your reality externally is manifesting based on your internal energetic state. And that's why looking at your chakras is such a beautiful thing in revealing how we are currently manifesting our reality. So hopefully you found this video helpful. Hopefully you liked it. If you did, definitely give it a thumbs up. Let me know down below what kind of other videos you'd like to see from me in the future. And until next time, bye!